Hello students, this is Lalita Ramachandran welcoming you to the second lecture of some properties of Laplace transformation from Engineering Mathematics 2. In this video, we would get ourselves introduced with three properties. The three properties are the linearity property, the first shifting property, and the change of scale property. So let us get ourselves introduced with the property number 1, that is linearity property. Let f of t and g of t be any two functions whose Laplace transform exist and a comma b are any two constants. Then Laplace of a of f of t plus b into g of t is equal to a into Laplace of f of t plus b into Laplace of g of t. So now we'll get ourselves also introduced with the very basic elementary or standard Laplace transform, Laplace of sin HAT and Laplace of cos HAT. Though we can prove these two standard properties by the definition of Laplace transform, but here I prove it by the concept of linearity property and make the proof much more easier. So now let us move on to prove what is Laplace of sin HAT. We are supposed to prove it as a divided by a square minus a square. Since we know that sin hx is equal to e power x minus e power minus x divided by 2, so Laplace of sin HAT could be written as Laplace of e power at minus e power minus at divided by 2. By the concept of linearity property, we can further write it as 1 by 2 into Laplace of e power at minus Laplace of e power minus at. So now we recall the formulae of Laplace of e power at, which is 1 divided by s minus a, and Laplace of e power minus at as 1 divided by s plus a. So now when we substitute, we get 1 by 2 into 1 divided by s minus a minus 1 divided by s plus a if s is greater than a, comma s is greater than minus a. When further simplified, we get s plus a minus s minus a divided by 2 into s minus a into s plus a. When further simplified, we get 2a divided by 2 into a square minus a square, hence giving us the result Laplace of sin HAT is equal to a divided by a square minus a square if s is greater than modulus of a. Similarly, friends, I leave these Laplace of cos HAT proof to be done by self. Please do it in the same way and check out whether you get your answer to be s divided by a square minus a square if s is greater than modulus of a. Let us now move into some illustrative examples to make the concept much more elaborate and clear. Let us now find out what is Laplace of 1 by root t. Laplace of 1 by root t is equal to Laplace of 1 divided by t power 1 by 2, which could be also written as Laplace of t power minus 1 by 2. Since we know that the Laplace formula of t power n to be gamma of n plus 1 divided by s power n plus 1, here in this problem, n is nothing but minus 1 by 2. So in place of n, when we substitute minus 1 by 2, we get gamma of 1 by 2 divided by s to the power of 1 by 2. Since we know gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to root pi, we get our solution to be Laplace of 1 by root t to be equal to root pi divided by root s. So now find the Laplace of e power 3t plus 5. Since we know the property of linearity, Laplace of e power 3t plus 5 could be written as Laplace of e power 3t plus Laplace of 5. As we know Laplace of e power at and Laplace of c formulae, we can write it as Laplace of e power 3t plus 5 is equal to 1 divided by s minus 3 plus 5 into 1 by s. Now we'll move on to the next problem. Laplace of sin square t into cos cube t. Since we know what is the formula for sin square theta and cos 3 theta, we write it as Laplace of sin square t cos cube t is equal to Laplace of 1 minus cos 2t divided by 2 into 3 by 4 cos t plus 1 by 4 cos 3t. When multiplied the two parenthesis terms, we get Laplace of 3 by 8 into cos t plus 1 by 8 into cos 3t minus 3 by 8 cos 2t cos t minus 1 by 8 cos 2t cos 3t. So now we apply the formula of 2 cos A cos B and also the linearity property simultaneously, and we get 3 by 8 into Laplace of cos t plus 1 by 8 into Laplace of cos 3t minus 3 by 8 into Laplace of cos 3t plus cos t minus 1 by 8 Laplace of cos 5t plus cos t. So for the last two terms, we apply the linearity property and we get 3 by 8 into Laplace of cos t plus 1 by 8 Laplace of 3 cos 3t minus 3 by 8 Laplace of cos 3t minus 3 by 8 into Laplace of cos t minus 1 by 8 into Laplace of cos 5t minus 1 by 8 into Laplace of cos t. Now we segregate the terms of Laplace of cos t and Laplace of cos 3t and Laplace of cos 5t, and we get Laplace of cos t into 3 by 8 minus 3 by 8 minus 1 by 8 plus Laplace of cos 3t into 1 by 8 minus 3 by 8 minus 1 by 8 Laplace of cos 5t. When simplified, we get Laplace of cos t into minus 1 by 8 plus Laplace of cos 3t into minus 2 by 8 minus 1 by 8 Laplace of cos 5t. Now since we know the Laplace formula of cos at, we write it as Laplace of sin square t cos cube t is equal to minus 1 by 8 into s divided by s square plus 1 square minus 1 by 4 s divided by s square plus 3 square minus 1 by 8 into s divided by s square plus 5 square, because Laplace of cos at is nothing but s divided by s square plus a square. So now next is the property 2, first shifting property or the S shifting property. If Laplace of f of t is equal to capital F of s, then Laplace of e power at f of t is equal to f of s minus a if s minus a greater than alpha, and the second one is Laplace of e power minus at f of t, which is equal to f of s plus a if s plus a greater than alpha. The above properties are called shifting properties because the multiplication of f of t by e power at and e power minus at shifts the argument s to s minus a and s plus a respectively. So now let us move into proving the first property. Laplace of e power at f of t is equal to f of s minus a if s minus a is greater than alpha. Since it is given Laplace of f of t is equal to capital F of s, and we know the definition of Laplace of f of t is equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt, which is also represented as capital F of s. So now in place of f of t, I substitute e power at f of t. So Laplace of e power at f of t is equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st e power at f of t dt. When simplified, I get integral 0 to infinity e power minus of s minus a into t f of t dt, which could be written as capital F of s minus a. Hence we get the proof for Laplace of e power at f of t to be equal to f of s minus a if s minus a is greater than alpha. Similarly, we can prove for Laplace of e power minus at f of t is equal to f of s plus a if s plus a is greater than alpha. Here is a note which could help us for solving the problems under first shifting theorem. Laplace of e power at f of t could be represented as f of s, where s gets shifted to s minus a, or could be also written as Laplace of f of t, where s gets shifted to s minus a. Similarly, Laplace of e power minus at f of t could be written as capital F of s, s shifted to s plus a, which is equal to Laplace of f of t, s to s plus a. So now let us move into the problems under first shifting theorem and find out what is Laplace of e power 2t cos square t. Here f of t is multiplied by e power at, so very well we can use the first shifting theorem to solve. Laplace of e power at f of t is nothing but Laplace of f of t where s is replaced by s minus a, or s is shifted by s minus a. Therefore, Laplace of e power 2t cos square t can be written as Laplace of cos square t where s is shifted to s minus 2. Since Laplace of cos square t is not into the standard form, we bring it into the standard form by writing it as Laplace of 1 plus cos 2t divided by 2, where s is shifted by s minus 2. Now, by the linearity property, we can write it as 1 by 2 into Laplace of 1 plus Laplace of cos 2t with the shift of s to s minus 2. Since we know Laplace of 1 is 1 by s and Laplace of cos at is equal to s divided by s square plus a square, we substitute these formulas as 1 by 2 into 1 by s plus s divided by s square plus 2 square, where s is shifted by s minus 2. Now we replace the value of s by s minus 2 and we get 1 by 2 into 1 by s minus 2 plus s divided by s minus 2 the whole square plus 4. When we simplify, we get 1 by 2 into s minus 2 the whole square plus 4 plus s into s minus 2 divided by s minus 2 into s minus 2 the whole square plus 4. When further simplified, we get 1 by 2 into 2s square plus 8 minus 6s divided by s minus 2 into s minus 2 the whole square plus 4. Therefore, we conclude that Laplace of e power 2t cos square t is equal to 1 by 2 into 2s square plus 8 minus 6s divided by s minus 2 into s minus 2 the whole square plus 4. Next is the problem to find out Laplace of e power 4t sin 2t cos t. Here we find f of t to be multiplied with e power at. So very well we can use the first shifting theorem, that is Laplace of e power at f of t, which is equal to Laplace of f of t with the shift of s to s minus a. Therefore, Laplace of e power 4t sin 2t cos t could be written as Laplace of cos 2t cos t with the shift of s to s minus 4. Since we know that 2 sin A cos B is equal to sin A plus B plus sin A minus B, we can write it as 1 by 2 Laplace of sin 3t plus sin t with a shift of s to s minus A. Now we apply the linearity property and write it as 1 by 2 into Laplace of sin 3t plus Laplace of sin t with the shift of s to s minus A. Since we know that Laplace of sin at is equal to a divided by a square plus a square, we get 1 by 2 into 3 by a square plus 3 square plus 1 divided by a square plus 1 square with a shift of s to s minus 4. Now when simplified under the bracket, we get 1 by 2 into 3s square plus 3 plus s square plus 9 divided by s square plus 9 into s square plus 1. When further simplified, we get 1 by 2 into 4s square plus 12 divided by s square plus 9 into s square plus 1. So now we replace our s by s minus 4 and finally we get the solution as Laplace of e power 4t sin 2t cos t to be equal to 1 by 2 into 4 into s minus 4 the whole square plus 12 divided by s minus 4 the whole square plus 9 into s minus 4 the whole square plus 1. Now let us look into our problem number 3 to find out the Laplace transform of cos hat sin 2t. Though cos hat sin 2t doesn't resemble the first shifting theorem, but we can convert it into a first shifting theorem, as we know that cos hx is e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2. Therefore, Laplace of cos hat sin 2t could be written as Laplace of e power at plus e power minus at divided by 2 into sin 2t. Now using the linearity property, we can write it as 1 by 2 into Laplace of e power at sin 2t plus Laplace of e power minus at sin 2t. Now this looks like our first shifting theorem of Laplace of e power at f of t could be written as Laplace of f of t with the shift of s to s minus a, and Laplace of e power minus at f of t could be written as Laplace of f of t with the shift of s to s plus a. Now we apply that and we get 1 by 2 into Laplace of sin 2t with the shift of s to s minus a plus Laplace of sin 2t with the shift of s to s plus a. Since we know that Laplace of sin at is equal to a divided by a square plus a square, we get 1 by 2 into 2 into s square plus 2 square, where s is shifted by s minus a, and 2 plus 2 divided by a square plus 2 square, where s is shifted to s plus a. Now we replace our s by s minus a in the first term and s by s plus a in the second term, and we get 1 divided by s minus a the whole square plus 4 plus 1 divided by s plus a the whole square plus 4. Hence we get the solution for Laplace of cos h a t sin 2t to be 1 divided by s minus a the whole square plus 4 plus 1 divided by s plus a the whole square plus 4. Now we move into our property number 3, that is change of scale property, which is an important 2-mark proof in your Anna University examination. So let us go by the statement of change of scale property. If Laplace of f of t is equal to capital F of s, then Laplace of f of a t is equal to 1 by a capital F of s by a, where a is greater than 0. The shifting property could be also applied for change of scale property. So I am writing it as a note for you for just for reference. That is Laplace of e power at f of bt is equal to 1 by b f of s minus a divided by b, and Laplace of e power minus at into f of bt is equal to 1 by b capital F of s plus a divided by b. Now we move into the proof of change of scale property. Since it has been given the definition of Laplace as Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s, where s is greater than alpha. By definition, we very well know that Laplace of f of t could be defined as integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt, which is also represented as capital F of s. Now we take Laplace of f of at and we apply the definition as integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of at dt. Now we go by the method of substitution by substituting at is equal to u. Therefore, differentiating with respect to t and u on LHS and RHS, we get a dt is equal to du, which implies dt is equal to 1 by a du for every a to be greater than 0. So now we substitute this into our integral and we get integral 0 to infinity e power minus s u divided by a f of u du by a. Now we go with further solving it, writing it as 1 by a, which is a constant, integral 0 to infinity e power minus s by a u f of u du. Now if you just compare this term to the definition of Laplace, which has been highlighted in red color, you would interpret this integral into the form of capital F of s by a, and hence we write it as 1 by a into f of s by a. Hence the proof that Laplace of f of at is equal to 1 by a f of s by a. So now I illustrate an example in change of scale property. Here is a problem where we find out what is the Laplace of sin at divided by t when given Laplace of sin t divided by t is equal to tan inverse 1 by s. Given that Laplace of sin t by t is equal to tan inverse 1 by s, we very well know by the definition of Laplace, that is Laplace of f of t could be interpreted as capital F of s. So now when I go with comparison, I do write my f of t to be sin t divided by t, and capital F of s is equal to tan inverse 1 by s, which implies f of at could be written as sin at divided by at, and capital F of s by a could be written as tan inverse a by s. Now by change of scale of property, we can write Laplace of f of at is equal to 1 by a capital F of s by a. Since we know what is f of at and capital F of s by a is, we merely substitute these values into the property. So we get Laplace of sin at divided by at is equal to 1 by a tan inverse a by s. Now by the linearity property, we write it as 1 by a Laplace of sin at divided by t, which is equal to 1 by a tan inverse a by s. Cancelling 1 by a on both the sides, we get the result of Laplace of sin at divided by t as tan inverse a by s. Hope you all would have understood some properties of Laplace transform. 3 properties: linearity property, first shifting theorem, and change of scale property was introduced to you. and illustrative examples were being solved to make the concept much more clear. Hope you would have understood the concept. Thank you for watching this video.